Button. Excuse me. All right. So I'm sliding back, and anything at all that you feel called to kind of start with, any little ankle circles or toe wiggles or clothing adjustments. Oh, yes. Maybe a little bit of each. Where it feels like it needs a bit of circulation, a little bit of a warm up, you can kind of bring a little massage there to bring some warmth, encourage some circulation. And again, if there's any tension in around your face, your jaw, you can take gentle pressure, little tippy taps with your fingers. Maybe open, close your mouth a few times, seeing if you can let your bottom jaw just get a little heavier. Maybe your temples want a little pressure. Maybe your scalp wants a little pressure. Just a few breaths to kind of tune inwards. Where's my body wanting a little bit of care? And you do that as long as you feel that you need, you want. Whenever you feel ready, you can find your seat, your arms just heavy somewhere, maybe in your lap, maybe by your sides. Make your shoulders drooping away from your ears here. So heavy arms. And if you want to adjust your legs in any way so that your low back feels a little softer, your bum feels a little softer, just do that for yourself now. And see if we can find some softness in our bum muscles, in our leg muscles, in our low back, in our stomach for a moment. Those are kind of settling in. And then our first few rounds of breath here, as we're kind of supported by the chair, let's see if we can consciously allow our back ribs to expand. Allowing our back ribs to expand on the breath in, and as we exhale, everything softens. At the very end, we gently pull the belly button towards our spine. And again, we relax our stomach. We try and breathe into our back ribs, into our armpits. And whenever we exhale, everything softens. And again, the belly button gently at the end of the breath pulls in towards our spine softly. Let's just find that pattern for a few rounds. Inhaling, expanding, exhaling, softening. At the very, very end, that gentle hug in. And we're going to start to add some movement. So next time I breathe in, I'm going to take my right arm, palm up, and just gaze back at that. So as I fill my ribs, I see my hand when I exhale back into my lap. I can gently pull my belly button towards my spine. And then other side, breathing in. Filling my ribs, filling my back, filling my chest. Exhale back into my lap. Little belly button pull towards my spine. Right arm again, same thing, opening up. Try and fill my ribs in all directions. Exhale back. Belly button to spine. Left side. Breathing in. And breathing out. And again, belly button gently towards my spine. Let's take both hands. Breathing in out to the side. A little squeeze in the shoulders. A little lift in the front collar. And exhale, soft arms in my lap or by my sides. Belly button to spine. 2 more times. Inhale, squeezing the shoulders gently. Soft stomach, little lift in the collarbones. Exhale back. Good, little gentle pull of the belly button to my spine. One last time. Breathing in. Little squeeze of my shoulders. Pause there for a moment. Exhale back. Good. I'm just going to shimmy forward as I breathe in. Widen my feet. And breathe out there. Okay. We'll start with the right arm again. So same thing, but bigger. Inhale, let my chest open, shoulder pull back. See my fingers. And exhale over that left leg. Softening my stomach on top of my thigh best I can. And again, breathing and opening up. Beautiful. Opening my chest. Exhale across my legs. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, breathing and opening up. See my fingers, pull the shoulder back gently. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay here for a breath. Breathing in, try and fill those back ribs again. Exhale, softening our bodies, even just a little heavier over our thigh. Let's do that one last time. Opening up our chest, so you can press into the floor with our feet. We're going to exhale across our body. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay here over our leg. Breathe into our back. Try and fill those back ribs. Exhale just a little heavier, a little softer. And then let's come up from here. So again, press feet into the ground, lift our bodies. Here we are. All right, let's go the other side. Opening up now, left arm, twist the spine, pull the shoulder gently back. As I exhale, I'm going to come over that right leg. And again, softening my stomach best I can over the thigh. Back and forth. Inhale, opening up. See those fingers, gently pull your shoulder back. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, here we go. Opening up. Twist the spine, see the finger. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay here over the leg. Breathe into the back of our body. Breathing out just a little heavier over this right leg. Try and soften our bum. Let's do that one more time. Coming up to a tall seat. Inhale. Little twist. Exhale over that right leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying over the right leg as we breathe in. Try and fill our back. As we exhale, we're softening just a little heavier. And then let's press into the floor as we inhale our way up. Ooh, exhale there. I'm gonna roll my shoulders up and back a couple times. Oh, that's like a yawn. Ooh. Alrighty. I'll take my sweater off. Okay. I'll come into my head and neck here. So just sitting comfortably for a moment. wherever you want your feet to be. I'm going to tilt my head towards my right. Maybe just take a breath or two here. And checking in with our jaw. Give it a little shimmy if the teeth feel clenched together. And then we're going to take a breath in and lift our head. And we're going to take a breath out and go the other way. So again, checking in with our jaw, with our shoulders, with our hands. Try and keep everything as soft as we can. You can give the jaw a shimmy if it needs it. Maybe just one more breath here on this side. And then let's get a little bit bigger. So inhaling carefully up. Exhale, start with the head, add your shoulders and fingers, drooping that arm. You can press your bum into the chair and unmelt your body. Other side, again, head goes, shoulders droop, finger just hangs, or fingers hang. Inhale, press your bum into the chair to lift you up. One more time, other side. Exhale, head goes, fingers go, shoulders soft. Good. Inhale, bum presses into the chair. Exhale, other side. Head, arm is dangling. Good. Inhale, bum presses into the chair. And let's just soften forward. Now straight down the center for a moment or two. Breathing in and out here of our back body, our low back, our low ribs. Ooh. Our upper back, our upper ribs. And then I'm going to carefully come up again. Alrighty. I'm going to find some of my kind of pelvis rotations here. So both legs are as though they were on a set of skis. Let's just start with the rotation. So one knee's going to kind of slide forward along that ski. I feel my bum slide in the chair, and then the exhale. Let's bring the other knee forward along that ski. And again, inhale. I'm going to go right knee reaching forward. So I'm making this leg longer. Exhale, other leg reaching. Let's go a little further. Inhale, first knee reaching. And just keeping it there. Exhale, turn, look over your left shoulder. Inhaling, left knee reaching forwards. Exhale, looking over that right shoulder. One more time. Inhale, right knee reaching. Exhale, looking over the left shoulder. Inhaling, left knee reaching. Exhaling, looking over my right shoulder. I'm going to stay for a few breaths. Let's bring the right knee forwards again. And if you want to adjust your bum so your right bum is a little more forward, actually, we'll stay for a few more breaths. So my right knee, my right bum are a bit more forward. I'm looking over my left shoulder again. I'm not pulling with my hands. Hands are wherever they want to rest. But whenever I inhale, that right knee reaches just a millimeter more forward. And as I exhale, my shoulders twist, my face twists to look just a little more behind me, and I pull belly button towards my spine. Inhale where I am, right knee a millimeter more forward. Exhale, maybe upper back. Eyes twist a little more, belly button to spine. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Belly button to spine. One more breath here. Breathing in, knee reaching a millimeter further. Breathing out, shoulders twisting a millimeter further, belly button to spine. And let's carefully untwist as we inhale. Just take a breath or two there. I just got a big whooshy whoosh of heat. Alrighty, I'm gonna start to find the other side. So again, as I reach my left knee forward, I can adjust my feet, my bum. So my kind of left knee's a bit in front. My left bum is a bit in front in the chair. I'm just getting into the other side. So starting to twist to look over the right shoulder. Again, we're not pulling with our hands. We're breathing in. That left knee's reaching towards the wall in front of us. And as we exhale, our shoulders are rotating back. Our face is looking back. We pull the belly button towards our spine. Breathing in, soft stomach. Left knee reaching. We breathe out, shoulders are twisted. We're looking over that right shoulder and our belly button's pulling towards the spine. 2 more breaths. Breathing in, left knee reaching. Exhaling. Belly button to the spine. 1 more breath here. Breathing in, left knee reaching long. Exhale, shoulders are twisted, eyes are looking, and belly buttons towards the spine. Inhale softly back to the center. Ooh, again, a nice big whooshy whoosh on my end. Just going to take a breath or two there. Maybe it's a good moment to have a sip of hot beverage or not so hot beverage. Okay. I'm just near the front of my hair for a moment. Ooh, I'm going to warm up my hands. So if you are having a sip, take your time. But whenever you're done, just going to give my hands a little massage. Ooh. Pads of my fingers, my palms, between my fingers, wherever you'd like. And we're going to potentially find that interlace in a moment. So as always, if the interlace is comfortable, you can do that with palms towards you or palms away. If that's not working, you can just hold either hand in whatever way makes sense. All right, so let's find our exhale position. Somewhere holding onto the chair behind you. You can droop a bit forward. I feel a little bit of a stretch in the back of your neck and the upper spine. Let's again pull our belly button towards our spine as we've been doing. Breathing in, sit tall, maybe interlace. Reach arms long, long low back. Exhale around, big circle. Holding the chair, droop forward and belly button to spine. Inhale, sit tall, interlace, keep the low back nice and long as you can. Exhale around, droop forward, belly button towards the spine. Couple more times, breathing in, tall spine. Low back is as long as you can make it. So we're targeting the upper back. Beautiful. Exhale around, droop, belly button to spine. Inhale again, interlace if you like. Try and make the elbows as straight as you can. Good. Exhale around and back. Belly button towards our spine. And take one more time. We're going to stay 1 breath at the top. Inhale and reach. Again, elbows as straight as is comfortable. We're going to stay here for 1 breath as we exhale. Keep reaching the hands away from your shoulders. Inhale 1 last time, maybe a millimeter higher. Keep your low back nice and long. Exhale around and back. We're going to stay here for a breath. So droop forward. Belly button just, let's stay here for 1 breath. Inhale into your upper back, neck and shoulders. Exhale where you are. And then again, belly button pulls towards your spine. And then let's lift our body again. Oh, I can't stop yawning today. Alrighty. I'm gonna widen my feet one more time. And I'm gonna find a twist here for kind of our lower back and hips. So my feet are wide. And take a breath or two, just coming straight forward so we kind of get a sense where our body's going to be going when we add our twist. And then we can press those feet into the ground, lift our body. The body's going to go the exact same angle, but we're adding a twist. So right arm towards that left knee, straight down the center here, looking towards the side. And then pressing feet into the ground, inhale my way up. Back and forth, other side. Exhaling, straight down between my knees, but I'm looking to the side of the room. Feet press into the ground, inhale my way up. Good, back and forth. Exhale, straight down the center, look to the side. Pressing feet into the ground, inhale my way up. Other side, exhale. Gazing at the wall, shoulders are dipping heavy. Inhale, press feet into the ground. Last one, either side, exhale. Looking at the wall, shoulders are dipping. Press feet into the ground as I inhale. Last one, exhale, gazing at the side. Inhale all the way up. Good. And let's exhale straight down the center one more time. This time we're going to stay for a couple more breaths and just add some ankle movement. So whatever you like, your hands, maybe on your knees, maybe reaching towards the ground. If it's close enough. We're going to lift one heel and then the other here. So try and keep our body nice and heavy. We're going to press our toes into the ground, try and lift one heel, and then we'll lower that heel down. We'll do the other side. So you can go back and forth a few times. So we're getting a tiny movement in the hip. So we're trying to keep the body still. And as the heel lifts, we're getting that little movement in our hip socket. And keep breathing here as you go. If you want to do one or two with both heels together, you can. Otherwise, just keep going back and forth. And then when you feel done, you can bring hands to your knees, pressing down, lifting your body. All right. So yeah, let's do one foot thing here. Just going to slide my way right back. And I take both legs together. So if you want more work, you stay forward. If you want a little more support, come right to the back of your chair, hug your thighs, both legs long. I'm just going to take a little flex and point here. One foot, then the other. And I'm going to add some breath. Shoulders soft. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2. Soft shoulders. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's inhale. Wiggle our toes. Exhale. Just lower the legs. Good. Couple heel jogs. So my toes are down. My heels are doing a little jog. I'm going to go as fast as I want to go. It is a Friday, so maybe that's not very fast. Let's go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 2 and 1. All right, one more. I'm gonna take, actually, let's do, no, I changed my mind back to the original plan. Both legs together. And we'll circle both ankles. So there's gonna be a little bit more space there if you need it. Let's try and circle both ankles together, one direction. You can hold your chair if you need. 1 or 2 more circles, continuing to breathe fully. Let's go the other direction, inhaling. Exhaling. All righty. And just letting this week come down. I'm feeling very nappy today. It's just like a good Friday flop feeling day on my end. I don't know about you. All right, I'm gonna actually quickly here just take attendance. So if you want to have another sip of hot beverage, go for it. Right. I'm going to be coming into side bend here. And I'm going to do the one we did on Wednesday. We really target the hips. So I'm sliding a bit off the right side of my chair so I can get that right leg kind of reaching long beside me. And again, I'm not too concerned about the position, if it's front, if it's back, if there's some rotation. I just want to make sure that heel is really reaching long. I'm going to find that hip crease. I'm going to lift my body tall. So head is reaching away from the hips, really long spine. Keep reaching the heel. So we're getting right into the hip crease. And again, depending on that hip, if you want a little bit more, try and balance out your bum. So as though if you had a bowl of water, it was flat rather than tipped to the side. That's if you want more. If it's too much, you just stay with that kind of tilted pelvis. Let's reach the heel. And we're going to just soften away from the heel for a moment. Let that angle soften. And then let's inhale. Head reaches away from our hips. Keep reaching our heel. Exhale, softening away. Soft jaw, soft shoulder. Good. Inhale 2 more times. Reaching the heel. Head reaching away from our bum. Exhale, softening. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale, heel reaching away from the hip, head reaching away from the hip. Exhale, soft. Okay, we're going to stay over to the side, focusing more on our waist. So again, however you want to hold onto your chair, trying to keep our chest reaching forwards and not down. If that free hand has some space behind your back, you can do that. If it's better on your body, you just leave it there. Breathing in, up, and maybe even away from the toes. Exhaling, softening. Belly button gently towards your spine. And breathe in, reach. Little pause there, 2, 1. Exhale, soft. And relax the jaw, the shoulder, belly button to spine. Inhale. Little pause in that reach, opening the right side. Exhale, soft. And again, belly button towards our spine. And we're going to stay for a few breaths in the opening. So you decide, where do I want my arm so I can stay for a few breaths, right? Lots of options for that arm position. Let's take one breath nicely in and around that right side of our ribs, the right armpit. Let's see if we can take one more breath with our focus in and around our right waist. Right waist is filling with air. I'm going to carefully lift up from here. So you can press the foot down, lift your body. Carefully bring that leg and use your hand if you need. Phew. Okay, a few breaths here. I might even close my eyes for a moment, just tune inwards. Do I notice any difference between my right and my left shoulders? How about between my right and my left hips? How about in the right and left neck? Okay. And I'm going to start to prepare for the other side. So my left thumb is going to slide off the side. And again, that left leg is reaching. So find the rotation that you need. Go a little front or a little back, whatever makes sense. But again, we want that heel always reaching strongly away from the hip. You can find the hip position that makes sense. So again, if it needs to be a little tilt, it can. If you want a little bit more angle in the hip, we can try and balance out the bums so they're nice and stable. But again, we're always reaching that heel. Hand can stay in the hip crease if you want that little bit of feedback. Here we are, nice and tall, head reaching away from the hips, heel reaching away from the hip. And we'll just let it soften for a moment. And again, heel is reaching, inhale, head is reaching up. And then we can exhale, just softening away. Let that angle soften. Good. 2 more times. Inhale, keep the heel reaching. Keep the head reaching away from our bum. Exhaling, softening away. Good. One last time. Inhale, heel reaching, head reaching. Gorgeous. And then we're going to stay over towards that right side. Now, if again, there's room for that hand to come behind your low back, you can, trying to keep our chest reaching to the screen and not to the floor. We're going to breathe in, open up the left side up, maybe even away from the toes. Exhaling, softening. Again, belly button hugs towards our spine. Breathing in a nice opening. Little pause there at the top. Exhale. Again, belly button towards our spine. Good. 2 more. Inhale, opening. Pause there again, lungs full. Exhale. Beautiful. And then we're going to stay for a few breaths. So breathe in, up and away. Again, if that's going to be too intense to stay and breathe, you adjust your arm wherever you need or want. Let's take a nice full breath. Try and fill in around our left armpit, our left ribs. Let's take another breath. Try and fill around the left side of our waist, our left hip. And I'm going to carefully release, press my foot into the ground to lift me up. Ooh. And again, just take a moment in the center. Maybe even closing your eyes. Maybe even this time feeling, do I notice my heart beating inside my body somewhere? Do I have any sort of sense of a heartbeat in my chest and my temples and my fingers or toes, anywhere at all? All right. And if your eyes were shut, You might blink them open. I'm going to give our hips one moment in a more kind of symmetrical place. I'm going to find our little pelvis rocks, and I'll just do a gentle version today. So having a bit of room there for your spine to curl behind you. And we're going to keep our head floating up towards the sky. Feet are wherever they feel the most soft. I'm going to curl my bum under, my tailbone under, and I can just imagine my bones doing that, not so much my muscles doing the work. And my bones are going to rock the other direction. So tailbone reaches back, pelvis tips forward. And just back and forth a few times, curling under, pressing back, head keeps reaching, floating for the sky. Minimal effort here. So if you like to soften or close your eyes, you can. You might even imagine a boat gently rocking on the water. I'm trying not to use muscles for this one, just the bones rocking. The muscles happen to join in. One or two more times rocking. I'm going to let it soften kind of in the middle. I'm going to find our lunge. So I'm going to walk now my feet to the right side so that I can left my left knee down. Let my left knee down. And toes can be tucked or untucked, you decide. And a couple options here, right? If you want a bit more of a passive, hip opening, we might do that same movement, that little tuck and untuck here where we are, right? If we want a more active one, we might reach back with our heel on the inhale and exhale to come back. So you decide, do I want an active one or just a little softer one? Again, it's Friday. I'm just going to stay here with my knee heavy. Focus on little pelvis tilts. You decide where you want to be. Whichever version we're doing, that big, more active one or the more soft one. Each time we breathe out, we can gently pull our belly button towards our spine. So even if the movement's small, our belly button can pull in. We're massaging those hip muscles with our breath. Wherever our body is on the inhale, the ribs are expanding, and all of us pulling the belly button gently towards our spine on the exhale to deepen and stretch from the inside. We're going to find a twisted version to finish. So whether your heel is reached back or not, we'll take this free arm forwards and then on the outside of our front knee. So on the baby toe side, we can reach down as though we wanted to reach towards the floor on that side. We might open up our low back a bit more. You can decide maybe you want to look back at the wall behind you, or even try and look up at the ceiling for a bit more twist in the upper back. Maybe 2 or 3 more breaths there. And we're going to carefully come out. So we can start by untwisting. Lift our body. If we need our hand to bring the leg back in, go for it. As always, just a little pause in the middle. Let the body kind of find just a moment of neutral side to side. And then when you feel ready, we'll switch legs. Just whichever version, if you did the kind of long leg version or the bent knee version, you just do the same thing on this side. Let the knee be heavy. Toes can be tucked or not, whatever makes more sense to you. And here we are. Again, we're breathing in and out. If you're staying tall, if you want to do that little pelvis rock like we did a moment ago, you can. If you want to just stay and breathe. And if you're reaching back, wherever your body is, each time we exhale, we're gently pulling the belly button towards the spine. And we breathe in wherever we are on our exhale. Again, our belly button gently pulls towards our spine. We massage the hip muscles with our breath from the inside of our body. Now we're going to start to add that twist. So wherever our bottom leg is, we can take right arm on the outside baby toe side of the knee, reaching towards the floor. Again, we might look towards the back. We might even try and look towards the ceiling, depending how much our spine likes to twist. And we're breathing in, we're breathing out. And letting our hip muscles, our back muscles be massaged by our breath. And continue to breathe fully, even in this kind of pretzel-y place. Keep massaging those muscles from the inside. And then when you feel ready, you can carefully start to come out, lift the body, use your hand if you need to bring the leg back in. Now, if you would like, just to take a moment in standing, I'm just going to give us a forward bend here before we move to one last long stretch. So, yeah, let's just do that together. I'm going to come up, I'm going to face my chair, take a little forward bend with both legs long. So I'm facing my chair, feet can be close. Maybe I'm on my hands, maybe I'm close enough to come onto my elbows. I'm just going to stay for a few breaths with long legs. Now, if I want to do a little sway, if I want to bend one knee then the other a couple times, I want to shake out my head or my shoulders. Just kind of see what this forward bend might want today. And again, wherever you are, you're breathing fully. And let's all actually take one moment just into our hips. So I'm going to come onto my hands here if I'm on my elbows and bend my right knee so my pelvis is tipping. So left leg is straight, right leg is bent. Right hand stays down and just a little opening up for a breath or two. Chest can look forward or even up towards the sky. And keep those footprints solid on the ground so we're not twisting our knee. Next time when we exhale, we can come down. I'm going to switch legs. So now left knee bent. Again, pelvis is twisted. Opening up that right side. Couple breaths in and out. Again, my footprints are nice and stable on the ground. And then again, exhale down with my hands. I can carefully come up to standing again. Alrighty. And here is where you can decide, do I want to come down to lying down on the floor on the bed, or do I want to stay in my chair? In which case, I would maybe just invite, if you are staying in your chair, if you want to bring a pillow behind your low back. We're going to do that banana stretch here, our side bend. So if you're coming to lie down, you can lie down onto your back. If you're sitting, again, that pillow can rest behind your back just for a little support. And again, if you're sitting so the hips are opening up a bit, you might straighten out your legs a little bit. Whether we're sitting, whether we're lying, we're going to take both of our feet. Let's take both of our feet to the right first today. So my feet walk over to the right. If I want to cross one ankle, I do. You can experiment if it's better, just kind of rest there. That's okay. If we want to add a little bit of a shimmy in our shoulders to the right side. We might take that snow angel arm up and over. We might take it across our chest if the snow angel feels like too much. And the head can even tip away from the shoulder, so everything is kind of curving to the right. And curving to the right, we're opening the left side of our bodies. And so we can take a few moments scanning this left side as we're opening it up. So let's start with our left side of our waist. Try and bring your attention to the left side of your waist. And see if as you breathe for the next few breaths, you can try and expand the left side of your hip and waist. Try and breathe into the left side of your hip and waist. And we're in a size of stretch that we're not just waiting to come out. If you need to adjust, you adjust. I'm going to take a few breaths into the left side of my ribs. See if I can consciously expand my lungs around the left ribs now. And seeing if we can even try and send some of our breath into the left leg. Is there any way I can try and expand or make spacious this left side of my leg? Left thigh, left knee, left calf. And let's just finish with a little scan in our mind up and down the left side a few times. So notice your left foot, knee, hip, ribs, shoulder, ear, elbow, and hand. One more time, the whole left side. Try and notice, feel your left foot, knee, left hip, left ribs, left shoulder, left ear, left elbow, left hand. Beautiful. And let's carefully, slowly come out of this left side. And just walk the hands back, the feet back towards the center, a few breaths. If you're sitting, maybe you want to take a tall seat for a moment. Little movements in between that you need, and then we're going to find our way towards the other side. We'll do the same thing. We're walking our feet to the left. Again, you can cross at the ankles if you want, and keep the legs bent or straight, but both bums stay down. You can shimmy the shoulders also to the left. Maybe add that snow angel arm. Maybe cross it across our body. Might even tilt our head to the left. Same thing here for a few breaths. So our size of our shape we've chosen is somewhere we're not just waiting for the stretch to end, right? You have a sense of about how long we're going to be here. Or we can allow our mind to travel freely inside our body. Seeing if we can invite a few of our first breaths in around our right hip and waist now. So letting the breath massage inside that right hip, right waist. There's a pulse and expansion, a softening as we breathe. The next few breaths, seeing if I can send that expansion now, particularly into my right ribs. And then we'll take our mind through the right side of our body. So trying our best to just jump with our mind from body part to body part, choosing where we're going to place our attention. Starting with our attention, see if we can feel our right foot in this moment. What is it touching? Where is it? How about our right knee? Where's my right hip? My right ribs? Where's my right shoulder? Right ear? Right elbow? And right hand. One more time. Try and notice, feel the right foot, right knee, right hip, right ribs, right shoulder, right ear, right elbow, right hand. And let's carefully let our attention move from those areas. We're going to unbanana ourselves And just find something symmetrical for a few breaths. If you're sitting, maybe you fold over both knees, knees close, knees wide. On your back, same. You could hug your knees in towards your chest or towards your armpits. Just find a few breaths here in the middle. If you want to stay in whatever shape you're in, you can. If you want to, just find a more resting place, maybe feet down, torso tall. And just taking a moment as we rest our body now in this kind of more symmetrical place, thanking our mind for practicing that focus, mind focusing on our body, on our breathing over the last hour, best it could today. We can thank our heart for beating without us asking, circulating blood, nourishing every cell. Can thank our lungs for breathing, even when we're not thinking about it, and also breathing with intention, breathing more consciously when we choose. And same, nourishing every cell with each breath. And lastly, thanking our brain and nervous system for sending the messages through our body that allow us to do all of these things. And if you're feeling like you want to stay and continue to rest, enjoy wherever you are very, very welcome. If you are ready to come back into your room, you might deepen your breathing, find some little massages or movements or anything at all. Blinking your eyes, deepening your breath on your way back. But thanks so much for joining me today.